The Muharram marks the beginning of the new Islamic calendar, but in Pakistan, things are getting worse. Islamabad has in fact decided to deploy its army, and not just in one province or the state, but in the entire country. And now the question arises as to why did the government decide to take this step? According to the government, the decision has been taken to ensure security and to prevent sectarian violence. The call to deploy the army was taken after the authorities in the four provinces, that is Sindh, Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Punjab, along with authorities in Gilgit-Baltistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, had sought the deployment of troops to maintain law and order. A circular dispatched to the provinces read that under Article 245, army troops are being deployed countrywide to ensure peace. The decision has been taken by the government, and it comes in the wake of the suicide attacks that have been recorded in the country. The latest one has been reported in northwestern Pakistan. Authorities say that two suicide bombers attacked a sprawling compound housing a police station and government offices, killing at least about 2 police officers and wounding 15 others. The attack occurred at the Bada neighborhood in northwest Pakistan bordering Afghanistan, and this is according to the provincial police chief. The attack in the district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province has in fact been claimed by the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. The latest attack came just 2 days after a powerful explosion had rocked the city of Peshawar in a suicide blast near a vehicle belonging to the security forces in Hayatabad area, injuring at least about 7 people, while 2 people, including the attacker, were killed. And the attack was claimed by a newfound militant group called Tehreek-e-Jihad Pakistan. And as Pakistan tries to control its political turmoil, in recent months, the country has seen a sharp increase in the number of attacks, in several terrorism-related incidents being reported. In the year 2023 alone, Pakistan has recorded at least about 220 incidents of terror, where at least about 92 civilians have been killed, and a total of 313 security personnel have ended up losing their lives. All right, now to give us more perspective in terms of what is happening in Pakistan at this moment, we're being joined by Mr. Umar Altaf, who's a journalist who's joining us live from Islamabad. Mr. Altaf, this is pretty concerning, the reports that are coming in that army is being deployed to provide security. Now, this is in the aftermath of a spate of attacks that have taken place in Pakistan. Who is behind these attacks, and why is it that the Pakistani establishment now feels that it is the army that needs to step up on ensuring that security is guaranteed for the people? Mr. Altaf, if you can hear me, my question to you was this. There are reports that the army is in fact being deployed across the country to provide security in the aftermath of the suicide bombings that have taken place. Tell us as to why the army is now being called in, because security, one would expect, is the job of the police. Is what is happening in Pakistan at this moment. So we'll try to reconnect with Mr. Umar Altaf. He's of course a journalist. He is from Islamabad. We'll reconnect with him in just a bit. But this is some pretty concerning news that has come in from Pakistan, where Islamabad has now announced that it will be deploying its army. And it will happen not just for one province or state, but the entire country is now will have a deployment of the army. The question is, of course, why has the government decided to take this step? Because according to the government, the decision has been taken to ensure security and to prevent sectarian violence.
तूरी टोपे वाला नशा था कैमरा की
All right, I'm told that we've got Mr. Omar Altaf back online with us. Mr. Altaf, the question that I've been trying to ask you is this. Why is Pakistan now deploying its army to provide security for its own people?
It's a normal exercise. It's not only happening this year, it's happened in past years as well during the holy month of Muharram, and particularly on the day of Ashura and a few days before that, because processions are being taken out across the country. Even in small towns and villages, there are processions. So all the routes are generally blocked on 2 days, 9th and 10th of Muharram. And it's a public holiday. It's been ever since the independence that these 2 days are observed as public holidays, right. And security is beefed up. And the army is being deployed on the request of the provinces and Azad Jammu and Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan government. So Interior Ministry has complied with the request and requisitioned army under the Article 245 of the Constitution. The army would aid civil law enforcement agencies to maintain law and order and security during the month of Muharram.
Mr. Altaf, the reason as to why I asked this question is, generally it is the police that provides security, but you're saying that this is regular and normal. But, there have been a spate of attacks that have taken place in Pakistan. There have been attacks that have happened earlier this evening, and there have been attacks just a couple of days ago. Has that got anything to do with the worsening security situation in Pakistan?
It has.
All right, there is some issue with the connection there. That was Mr. Omar Altaf, who, of course, was trying to explain as to why Pakistan has resorted to deploying the military to provide security across all of its provinces. And this, of course, is what the situation is in Pakistan, where the TTP has staged a wave of attacks. And now the army, of course, is being called in for security. It'll be interesting to see as to how long the army will, of course, go about carrying out the job of what one would expect the police would have to fulfill of carrying out and giving security for the people. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.